This week at 39, Pats have a couple of timeouts. It is 2nd down and 10 for Brady. Personnel you'd expect: Watson with top 3 receivers and Falk. Welker in motion at the top. Against a 5-man rush, Brady got out of the pressure and throws incomplete. The pressure was closing in on him. That is Antoine Barnes again.
He has been...
Good pocket, good time. Falk out of the backfield. Runs out of bounds a yard shy of the first down. Look at the spot there. It's going to be 4th and a yard with the stop clock with 1:48. So now, pull off this huge upset. 4th and very short. They bunch the middle on Brady, and a timeout is taken. Brady was stopped, but the play was stopped first by a Baltimore sideline call.
Before the snap, Baltimore calls it second timeout.
Can't you take that one back?
There is a disconnect on this team with the defense that has played with passion for 7-8 years to not see the offense come through. And some of that has been manifested in their emotions. And Ed Reed verbalized it to us this week toward Brian Billick, the head coach. It was just one of those frustration moments. They felt they had it. The sideline wanted the timeout. And you saw the players so physically frustrated.
They made the stop, Mike. They made the stop on 4th down. It was one of those snap decisions, ready to snap. A timeout was called. It would have been the Ravens football.
The criticism that has been leveled by Ed Reed and by Ray Lewis and Brian Billick is almost always about play calling, though. Not about defense. The last thing they would have expected is him to take a timeout.
And it looked like it was Rex Ryan on the sideline, the defensive corner, that signaled for the timeout.
Heath Evans is back in. It is still 4th and a yard. And it's Evans now. A whistle here. We may have movement before the snap on the Patriots, which would make it 4th and 6.
False start. Right guard. Offense. 5-yard penalty. It's still 4th down.
Stephen Neal, the right guard, makes the move prematurely. You'll see the flinch ahead of the snap. 5-yard penalty brings up 4th and 6 for the Patriots. Pretty much the game on the line right here, gentlemen.
This is the perfect season. Mike, you said at the beginning of the show, could Baltimore do the impossible in 2007, beat New England?
From the 35. Grimes stays alive just past the 30. Welker in motion. 3-man rush. Brady has time. Brady takes off and gets the first down and more. Slides down at the 22 with 100 seconds left. You saw the flag down in the secondary. Near side, well away from the play. The run was 13. Now let's check what the flag is.
Illegal contact, number 22. Defense. That 5-yard penalty will be added to the end of the run. First down.
On Samari roll. So just go back. They had it stopped on the 4th and 1, called the timeout. False start, 4th and 6. Brady scramble. Then this violent takedown by Roll, who says, wait a minute, Moss overtook me. Brings the Patriots into the red zone at the 18-yard line. 2 timeouts, 98 seconds. Moss at the top of the screen. Inside handoff, Falk eludes the Nata tackle, and Halote comes back to get him at the 13-yard line with a $1:27 and a turning clock. GMC Monday Night Football postgame. Steve Young, Emmitt Smith, Sal Paolantonio here in Baltimore. The baseball story and the passing of Sean Taylor remembered in Miami. Nata comes off the field. Kelly Gregg back in.
And Nata's been a force tonight.
From the 13. Time for Brady. Deflected in the air and incomplete.
It looks like the Ravens going to bring some heat here over the left side of Tom Brady.
Will the middle of the field be open? Brady. Time. Throws. Incomplete. And again, 4th down. And again, the perfect season's on the line. Jermaine Winborn got in there. So Bob Kraft, the owner, has put together the Bill Belichick masterpiece plan, executed to perfection on the field by Brady, who's having his toughest night of the season. And this record crowd of 71,382 in Baltimore urge Ray Lewis and the defense on as Moss and company will take a timeout to come up with you with Dante Stallworth up at the top. Benjamin Watson, the tight end, is up there as well. (11-0) comes down to this snap again. Brady looks left, comes back right, puts it up for grabs. It's deflected, flag down. A hold on the Ravens. It will be first down for New England inside the 10 with 50 seconds remaining in the game.
Holding, number 28, defense. 5-yard penalty, first down.
Jermaine Winborn, the third-year man out of Virginia, who's played well tonight with a lot of coverage there.
There's a phrase that English majors like to use, and it's tragic inevitability. And as you watch this, you watch the Patriots get closer and closer and closer, and they get reprieves on every fourth down, just like they did there.
There was
How many can you get?
There was the call on Benjamin Watson. That was the flag. So from the 8, first and goal. Gaffney down here, bottom of the screen. 5 options for Brady. The pump, the throw. It is caught for the touchdown by Gaffney, and New England leads. 26-24, and immediately Kraft is thinking, did he get inbounds with possession? And will it be looked at from upstairs? A flag comes down now here after the play. Does he have control of that ball as he's cradling it on the way out?
Well, let's get a look from the side. You'll see right here, does he have complete control of the football? I can't see it from that angle.
There are 2 fouls on the play. Unsportsmanlike conduct, number 57, defense. That foul occurred after the touchdown, and that 15-yard penalty will be assessed on the kickoff. Following that, unsportsmanlike conduct, number 57, defense, throwing the official's flag into the stands. That 15-yard penalty will also be assessed on the kickoff.
Those 2 are on Bart Scott. So that's 30 yards back on the kickoff. Now let's look at this one. Will it be looked at via review? And all replay questions in the last 2 minutes are buzzed down from the replay booth.
The ruling on the field is confirmed. The receiver has control of the ball. 2 feet in. It is a touchdown.
And it's 26-24. Now you're going to have those multiple fouls on the kickoff, which is going to make it very, very difficult for Baltimore to get back in field goal range. Here is the decision. And the ruling is that he ends up and gets control of it. And boy, that is have to go 55 yards because Gostowski's just going to blast this through the goalpost, you would imagine. Or to the right of it. And the Ravens will take over at the 20-yard line. 5 yards to get in field goal range to tie the game. 44 seconds and 1 timeout. Bowler will throw a screen first. And here goes Musa Smith into the Patriots secondary and brought down at the 33-yard line by Asante Samuel. Half minute on the turning clock. And confusion. Inexplicable and unexcusable. Bowler throws over the middle. It's caught. They have to take a timeout here. Mason at the 41-yard line, I should say. Forward progress will mark him at the 44. Timeout comes. Their last with 14 seconds remaining in the game. The game was grabbing his hamstring after the last play. Brendan Merriweather out of Miami is in. Bowler throwing deep, and it is dropped by Merriweather, who just came in the game with 8 seconds left. That play would have ended the game because it was in the middle of the field. So now 8 seconds, and pretty much sideline. It's the fan in the Ray Lewis jersey knows the deal. It's got to be sidelines here, otherwise the game's going to end.
Well, not necessarily. You know, Kyle threw that up the seam. I believe if Mason would have kept running, there could have been a collision. He could get the interference call, but he slowed down. Maybe I'm looking for some silver lining here.
I think you might be.
Why don't you just say the immaculate reception could happen as well?
It might happen.
3 receivers to the right side, 1 to the left. Bowler steps up. as hard as he can throw it. It's going to be shy of the goal line, but on the deflection it is. He caught it! But shy of the end zone, and the game ends. Caught by Mark Clayton. Caught it. Down at the 2. No flags, no time, and by a hair, the New England perfect season remains alive. 12-0, taken to the end by Baltimore. But the Patriots' pursuit of perfection continues, 27-24.